this way first?
Can't go through here.
Never mind. Gotta go around. Or do we? I think we do. Oh boy, you're so zapped. Skirt. I'm better off just poisoning them from behind. I do more damage than an actual stealth attack. Nisha, come on. Put up a fight. Run, boy, run. Go. And you are dead. Right to the dome piece. Lady, are you okay? That was a bullet? All the prisoners now free. Find a way for the prisoners to escape optional.
Nisha, are you alright?
Bye then. Nisha, reputation +2.
Are you Professor Charles Seeker?
I am. And you are. What is a Technomancer one with?
Long story, Professor. Just know I'm a friend of Scott's. We looked for you in Ophir. Even got our hands on some of your notes, but
My research notes? On Technomancers? How? I coded them to make sure those ASC thugs couldn't read them. Did you manage to read them?
I just gave him to Scott.
Oh, good. Good. I'm sure he deciphered them with no trouble. Scott's eccentric, I know, a little unstable even, especially since he lost his child. Even still, he is the greatest mind in abundance. A genius who's focused his research on people like you. Technomancers.
People like me.
Sure my notes, which I pray no one but you and Scott will see, will be a great service to him. I was able to prove nothing, really, but my work pointed to a high probability that the abilities of your kind stemmed from what Earthlings called gene therapy.
Not sure what that means, Professor.
Yes, of course.
Choose the time or the place.
They modified genes to cure disease, provoked mutations. Modifications that got passed on to offspring as well. Look, in theory, at least. A theory I will never get to test now, I'm afraid. Being held here. Well, I suppose it's better this way. Undeniably incredible research, but research that could also, unfortunately, lead to the enslavement of your kind. Cast you as just another mutation.
You're telling me he maintained that chrome dome in prison?
What they don't know. And while I'm sure there was good intention in their creation of your mutation, no one can say
perfectly trimmed.
Can you keep this a secret, Professor?
My lips are sealed, now and forever. No one else will ever be privy to my research.
Thank you, Professor. Take care.
Are you just gonna stay in prison, man? Okay, that's fine. Goodbye. What if, instead of finding a way to escape, we just eliminate all the guards? It's probably the easier way.
Well,
Give them a little bit of that tase to the neck. A little bit of that skirt. Oh, you messed up, boy. You were in Herschel. You had to reload. Amelia, put the shield away. So we can go down the stairs or go this way. Let's go this way. Never mind. Maybe I'm supposed to go inside that room that Nisha ran past because she was terrified. Makes some sense. I love going through a door and having Nisha's bomb right behind me and then seeing inside of her skull. Nothing special in here. Okay, never mind. Bong gong ging gong gong goong bong gong ging gong gong goong. Okay. Oh, you didn't leave you on mute.
I'm looking for someone. A rather old man.
What is the man doing in the camp?
He was locked up here because he was living away from corporations. He's a technomancer like me, but way older. And he comes from Aurora.
He is not sure, but he believes he recognized that the old man had the Aurora way of speaking. But he thinks that the man is mistaken because he is not a technomancer. He doesn't make lightning bolts. He is a mechanic, not a good mechanic.
Thank you very much for the information.
Destiny 2, what are you doing?
I'm bored.
Ooh.
I'm looking for an old man. He's from Aurora, and he used to be a technomancer.
Well, you're looking for him in the wrong place. It's true that there's a guy with a funny way of speaking, but I can't believe that he's from Aurora. That sounds crazy. What would he be doing here?
Who is that man?
His name's George. An old guy, as you said, and the way he speaks sounds funny. Anyway, as if he were making fun of his... He's a mechanic, though.
Okay, but which is it? Is him over
Does
here?
it mean that he studied in the Navy?
Why did that taste like throw up?
Precious.
Don't ask me.
Thank you.
I didn't taste it. Did you want me to?
Hello. I'm looking for a man. A man in your age range. Technomancer.
A technomancer? Here? You must be mistaken, my boy. There is no technomancer here. The prisoners of war are sent elsewhere. Here we are taught to think like good citizens of abundance.
Hello. I'm looking for someone.
A man? He doesn't mingle with men. Men avenge themselves upon them, so he stays away.
All right. I understand. Goodbye.
There's 5 people in our clan of 15 members that I don't know.
Hello.
I don't know.
I'm looking for a prisoner. An old man from Aurora. He's a former Technomancer.
There are no Technomancers here. You would be killed right away or sent to a camp as a prisoner of war. You're in the wrong camp. This here is a rehabilitation camp. Deviants, dissenters. It's supposed to get us to think right again. Sorry, I don't see.
Maybe he hid what he was. He used to live far from the corporation. Maybe they mistook him for a deviant, an outcast. He must have kept some of his mannerisms or accent from Aurora.
That could be George. I've always thought that he had a funny way of talking. He works as a mechanic.
Yeah, but where is George?
Find out.
And his big yellow hat?
I once heard him say he was barely 50. You think he was at least 20 years older. He must have had a really bad life. Worse than ours.
That could be him. Technomancy tends to age us faster. Thank you.
That's fucking amazing. And hilarious. Guy manages to hide who he really is, a fucking Technomancer from Aurora, right under the noses of the worst assholes in Abundance's history. I don't like Aurora, but damn. If they're all that fucking wily, I can fucking get how they beat us.
How old are you? 70?
50 years old, but I had a hard life. Unfortunately, that leaves its mark.
Like Technomancy takes its toll as well.
I don't know what you mean. I don't know anything about Technomancy. You should talk to someone else.
I've heard that mechanics isn't your forte. It's a good hideout, isn't it?
The person who told
We
me
figured
that
this out in like
was
5 minutes. He's been here for what, 20 years?
If you say so. But this doesn't explain the way you speak. Polished for a mechanic. Listen, let's cut to the chase. Just let me look at your temples and that'll be it.
You are the
I'll be there for you in like, what, like 20 years? 5
And
minutes.
your relentless questioning puts me in jeopardy. No one gets out of here.
I specifically came to this camp in order to find you. I brought back a dome lost in the sands. A tablet that I'm unable to translate.
It is written in the settlers' coded language, one they use for their war data. By all means, I can translate it, but this type of thing can take time, and I can't do it here.
Come with us to Noctis. I am sure that you'll find
Noctis.
Noctis.
City of the Merchants. It's an independent city. Where you want to fear Aurora or Abundance.
Well then, I'll follow.
Oh, excuse me. What are you talking about? I can't fail that. That's important. I can't do that. Because I get this one guy to follow us, it ends the whole quest. Excuse me. Anything down here you can interact with? I'm all to escape.
Morris, how'd you get here? What the hell happened to you?
You wanted to arrest me at any cost. Here's the cost. To me. What did you think they did to deserters and rebels?
Who's Boris again?
Send them on vacation? Welcome to my hell. They like to get rough. I believe they smile. I'm just about done bleeding, though.
Oh, here's the. I remember.
You should have just killed me. Same result, just cleaner.
Try to heal Boris.
There. Not quite perfect yet. You'll survive this, will you?
That was kind of you. Better already. What can I do for you now?
I'm looking for an old man. Old Technomancer from Aurora who should be here. Probably passes himself off as someone else now.
Technomancer? Here? Sure, I would have heard about it if you were though, come to think of it, there is this old fella. Got scars all over his face, like all your kind seem to have. Works
All
as
my
a
kind?
mechanic.
Excuse me?
Not sure if he's your man, but if he ain't, that's all I got.
Thanks, Boris. You better get going now.
I'm the best doctor ever. Gave him crippling falling syndrome.
Depression.
How do you 6 escape?
I have depression.
Okay, Red Rover, calm down there.
Red Rover, bring that ass here, boy.
I don't recall it being like that.
Bring that ass here, boy.
Again, I don't recall it being like that. I know what you're saying.
You recall wrong.
If we can unlock this gate, the prisoners
Oh,
can
of course.
hide while Dandolo sends them back up.
I'll take care of that then. The more people we can get out of this hellhole, the better.
Bring that ass here, boy.
That's offensive. You want something amazing? It's only been 20 more minutes.
It's been 20 minutes?
Uh-huh.
Jesus. That went by so quick.
What are you talking about? It's been 2 years for me. I'm growing the stubble.
I'm
After I
growing
shaved
slower
4
than you,
times.
buddy.
I feel like I haven't seen the light of day in like 14 years. We just know who it is now, right? Like, Boris told us? I think I told everybody.
Alright.
Again.
So, they have a new, emblem in Destiny 2 that tells you your lifetime crucible kills and what classes you killed.
Mm-hmm.
I've killed 929 hunters, 929 titans, and 931 warlocks.
Wow.
They're all so close to each other.
How many will kill 2 hunters and 2 titans?
Yeah.
His name?
Alright, there you go. You're happy? I freed the prisoners first this time.
I don't.
No.
Ah, I specifically come with locked city.
Well then.
That's fucking amazing. And hilarious.
Very hilarious, Amelia.
Fucking Technomancer from Aurora. Right under the noses of the worst assholes in abundance.
Ooh, what the say? Oh,
As Dundolo to Grant Patience Asylum.
This place.
Me too. I don't care where you take me. Anywhere is better than prison.
Dick
I don't know what to say. I feel ashamed. I'm from abundance. What they do to people in there, inhuman.
To think that even Ophir looks like a paradise after seeing such a place. I am grateful, however, for we managed to save a few souls.
You okay, Nisha?
Love creating videos,
No,
create them on
not
Musically.
really. I don't want to talk about it right now. I get that the place could have triggered some bad memories. I'm sorry, Nisha.
Hello. This is Patience.
Ah, nice. Free of that shadow-forsaken labor camp. Must have been a living hell. A sincere pleasure to meet you.
Yes, nice to be free, but to be honest, I'm now stuck with no place to go. Can't and won't go back to Aurora. And Abundance was always so accommodating that I can imagine the hospitality if they had known about my talents. Damn the ASC. And ever since my little desert refuge has been discovered, it's become a tad less cozy. Here I am, no roof, no real belongings. Only thing I have is this guy here who won't leave me alone until I translate some ancient text for him.
Well, I can't help with Mr. Mancer's needs for a translator, but I can give you a roof. It's the Noctis way, for we say, give me your tired, your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free. Welcome to your new home, patients. There are some empty houses in the northern part of the city. I'm sure we can set you up there.
Thank you, and a sincere pleasure to meet you, Dandolo.
Wait for patients to finish deciphering the tablet. Well, we can't do anything else. So, 1 day and 23 hours. Did they ever finish spying on that one chick? Nope, no one's here. They all died. Any updates on Scott?
Zachariah.
Zachariah!
I'm looking for my friend Scott.
Might have just
Nope, okay, never mind. Bye now. How about you, Amelia?
Hello, Amelia.
Nope. Nisha, talk to me.
Hi, Nisha.
Hi, Zach.
Nope, okay, goodbye. I'll go wait the 2 days. Go see if the tablet has been deciphered. He's not up here, what am I doing? Amelia, please. Go wait by the rover. I'll be fine. Full on sprint across town.
Looks like Patience is gone. Judging by the mess, I doubt he left willingly. Bet you all the serum in the world the fucking ASC's behind all this. They need to be stopped before they overrun Noctis. And I need to find Patience. Fuck, and the tablet.
Wait to find out where Patience has been taken. Okay. Go back to see the Technomancers. Okay. Talk to me. No. Talk to you. Right.
After trailing the groups you mentioned, it's obvious that they each have a few people among them who aren't just looking for you, but purposely seeding unrest in the population, and maybe pushing for an uprising.
Then we need to stop it.
Here's a description of everyone we found. Give me your map. There. I've marked every place you can find them. Shouldn't be hard for you to get them now.
Eliminate the undercover agents. Okay. I'm gonna go butcher a bunch of people inside the town. Alright. That's what we do for a living. They were ready to fight. Amelia, I believe.
There we go. I'm gonna send all the scum back home one piece of shit at a time until their big shit boss finally gets the message they ain't wanted here.
Just as long as it doesn't push Victor to send twice as many people back.
Not a chance now that Dandolo can't deny that ASC's a problem here anymore. No. Now he's gonna be forced to deal with them.
You didn't heal all the way? Excuse me? How hard is it to hit someone next to you? I don't understand. Zachariah, please. Shoot her, please. Thank you. There we go. One over here, one up top. Are you okay over here, Amelia? Apparently Nisha died. Rude. Oh, he's basically dead, I think. The wimpiest boys. There's no chance. Alright, it's 4 out of 6. 2 more. Wait, why are you still here? You'd have been arrested.
Repent!
I had something else.
Rude. Homer group. Group of 3? Excuse me? I'm okay with this. Report back to Dondolo. Dondolo. Dondolan.
Zachariah, I was just starting to worry.
What for?
Bad news, I'm afraid. The ASC's not only in Noctis, but they're starting to threaten its safety. I know you did what you could to get rid of their spies, but if you stay here, they'll come back. And now we may be open to a direct attack from Abundance. I'm sorry, Zachariah. They're after you and your friends. I can't risk the safety of all my people for just you.
So you're turning your back on us?
No, no. I would never turn my back on a friend. I set a meeting for you with the Technomancers from Aurora. Their arms are open. You'll be safer from Victor with them by your side. You just can't stay here.
Why are you helping me?
A scratch on the back for what I hope will be a long-term relationship, Mr. Mancer.
Mr. Mancer.
Under one of their shadow paths.
What?
Mr. Mancer.
Take those. As soon as you can gather your faith,
May I take your hat, sir?
the longer you stay, the more danger those of us around you face.
How'd you manage to get in touch with Aurora's techno?
I like your... Dan.
It wasn't easy, but we have agents.
You really shouldn't be able to hear it at all. I don't know how you
The
do.
equivalent of Nisha, but not as easy on the eyes, lives in Shadowlair and was our point on this little mission. Their Technomancers are quite knowledgeable, powerful, and I assume the idea of having one of their counterparts from Abundance join them and give them a little upper hand probably put a few smiles on their faces. But their chief's name, it's slipping my mind. Profanity? No, something more. Chastity, promiscuity, generosity. Yeah, that's the one. Their chief's named Generosity, I think. He's quite chummy with the Dowser wisdom, I hear. Shouldn't be too hard for him to make you feel welcome. So set your mind at ease.
Level 30. He's done it. I have no idea. Sure. The passives. talk about that riffraff?
No.
Be a snob. Let's see how it is.
Now we're headed back to Aurora. This is the definition of insanity. Do you think they know how many times I've attacked them?
I'm really sorry, Zach. I'm sure Dandolo would have preferred to keep us all in Noctis. It makes me uncomfortable, but we can't keep Noctis under Victor's crosshairs. He wouldn't hesitate to wipe it off the face of Mars just to get his hands on you.
I don't know about that. Big Bad Victor is definitely a manipulative rat, but he's gonna have a lot of trouble wiping out a city like Noctis using a couple of harebrained schemes.
Do the corporations differ all that much? I know you were raised to think so, but as a mutant, I only see humans bickering over petty squabbles. The differences don't matter now, especially since they're welcoming you with open arms. Supposedly, Technomancers are treated well.
Here's the truth. I know this transition's gonna be hard for you. Aurora may ask you to fight against your former corporation. You may end up on the battlefield against men and women you knew from before. And at least there's no chance of coming up against an old Technomancer buddy, because they're all with you. Well, except for that Snake Allen. But that doesn't really matter, right?
What bothers me is that they're gonna commandeer my baby. I'm warning you, Zach. I like you, but if they try to take my rover, I'm out. So fucking out. It's me and my rover or nothing.
Aurora's Shadow Path. Give me that save, boy. What? Oh. Just smack the boy. I've been here before. I kill people. Speak with Dandolo.
We're going to take you down! You won't get away! The last fight before freedom, Zachariah!
By the ASC agents. Is followed you guys here? Okay. Or thank for the help, guys. Just cheer on the invaders, the people you're at war with. That's fine. He just threw an 8 at his own teammate. Brilliant.
You're having fun.
Oh, extreme. The amount of fun. That's fine. That's fine. He's done it.
Release him. Let him serve as our messenger. I hope, Zachariah, that you'll forgive this little charade. But it was a means to an end, necessary to ensure peace of mind, the safety of Noctis, and those who will now welcome you. The ASC now believes you uprooted yourself to Aurora, where they will never go looking for you. So, keep a low profile here, and you have nothing to fear. I hope that suits your needs. To send you to Aurora was never really an option. The political climate is not exactly conducive to a Technomancer. And here you have Phobos, who's offered to open the doors of his home to you. But I'll leave him to explain this better. Your brothers and sisters will follow you. Be well, Zachariah. Oh yes, one last thing before you go. So, I have some troubling news about your friend, Scott.
Where is he?
Mutants spotted him near the Shadow Path. Come here. Let me show you on the map.
Why would he go there?
Haven't the slightest. There's an abundance outpost there. Might have been taken there by force. From what my informants told me, he looked like he was in a precarious situation.
Thanks for the info, Dandolo. Owe you one.
Mutant Valley.
Dandolo had planned everything from the start. The costumes, the rover repair, and he even let Victor settle down without a word. All of that just to organize a fake meeting.
What did I tell ya? A douchebag with real nice clothes is still a douchebag. Even though he totally fucked us over, I gotta say, what you just did back there, real classy. Victor the Dictor's probably having a little tantrum.
I'm glad you find it amusing, Amelia. Go south. My people's refuge isn't far away. But you have to know where to look, or you'd never be the wiser.
What's it like? Magical city hidden away in a floaty island or something?
Nothing like that. It's a valley, or perhaps more accurately, a crater. There is vegetation there unlike anywhere else. Truly something you've never seen before.
A secret place that's one of a kind? What the fuck are we waiting for?
I'm used to not being welcome wherever I go. But this place, won't we be despised for who we are? After what they've all been through, the grudges they hold against mankind, more than understandable. But I'm worried, Phobos. Will your support be enough to grant us safe passage?
I believe so, but I'll also need to ask for Scum's support. He's our best orator, so as long as he's on board, it won't be a problem.
Farewell, Noctis. I'm sorry to have to leave you this way.
I'm sorry, Nisha.
Stop. It's not your fault. It's Victor's. I just hope I can come home soon.
You can do your business here, but you cannot enter the valley. No human is allowed there.
There must be a way to make an exception.
Sorry, Phobos. You know that I respect you, but I am following orders. To be honest with you, it is for your friend's safety. I do not know how they would welcome them in there. Maybe if another speaker supported them.
I will go see Scum.
I will
met
go
the
see
chief.
Scum.
He offered me something. Scum.
What?
Dude's name is Scum. I feel right at home.
You will be able to get in without
Nice.
intervention, but he wants you to prove yourself by helping a group of mutants. From what he hears, a group of mutants have escaped a labor camp. They have not arrived here, though, so he fears they have found trouble. We will need to find them and see what has gone wrong. Bring them safely to the valley, and you will not only earn their support, but Scum's as well. Quite the asset.
All right. Do we know how they were supposed to get here?
The shortest and safest route to take is the canyon, right here.
Let's go see what happened to them.
Wowee. Roll up a fucking red carpet, why don't you?
Don't hold it against them. These are mutants who escaped slavery and abuse. It makes sense that they aren't completely pleased that their torturers have come up to their doorstep.
tortured anyone. Never made one of them my slave.
But you lived in the system that allowed it, like all of us.